This is Steve Ridgel sharing with you again some ideas about how to talk to the people you love about Jesus. You've been praying for God to put people in your life to tell about Jesus, or you've been praying for specific people that you want to have a chance to have opportunities to talk about Jesus. And one of the things I've told you is that sometimes they will even ask. You need to be alert to opportunities. But one of the ways that happens is I want you to get in the habit of talking about Jesus. And here's what I mean by that. Anytime somebody says a friend or a loved one or somebody you want to tell about Jesus, but this is good all the time. When somebody says to you, "How was your weekend?" Well, make a Jesus reference. "I was at church Sunday and I saw this or I saw that. And I sat by Bill who had cancer and we prayed for him." Whatever it is, talk about somebody who's the single mom who's struggling with her kids but hanging in there and trying. But use Jesus references. When something good happens and you're telling your neighbor about a good thing at work or something you were able to do, get in the habit of saying, "And boy, I'm thankful God did." Now, you may be thinking, but if they don't believe in God or in Jesus, aren't you kind of wasting your time? No, you're planting Jesus seeds. You're telling them what you believe. And at some point, they may say something like this: "Well, you really think Jesus did that for you or God did that for you?" And that is your chance to say, "Yes, I do. Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why Jesus is such a big deal to me?" And then all of a sudden you're in a Jesus conversation. Even when things go bad, learn to use the Jesus reference. When they say, "Man, I saw where your truck was wrecked. Yeah, I got hit and somebody ran a stoplight. Boy, you okay? Yeah, God protected me." Or, "God will see me through this." Or, "Yes, I did lose my job, but I believe God's got this." Or, "Yes, my dad does have COVID, but I believe God will." Learn to talk about God in everyday conversation. Now, if they're not believers, they may say, "Hey, you sure talk about God a lot." And that's your chance to say, "Well, can I tell you why?" And if they say no, that's okay. But if you're used to talking about Jesus or referencing Jesus, praising God, at some point someone's liable to say, "Hey, I know you talk about God a lot. I've got a question." Or, "I know there needs to be something different in my life. You seem to, how about," and on it goes. So I want to encourage you, besides just praying for God to put people in your life, besides praying for specific people, I want you to get in the habit of talking about Jesus, using Jesus references. Because after all, He is the reason for what we do. He's the reason for our existence. He is our hope. He is our life. So let's talk about Him that way. And at some point, someone's going to be intrigued enough to let you tell them the good news of Jesus.